Welcome back. I am your host. I am attorney Stephen Leahy, and we have a structure on this show. We don't always follow it, but
that's right. And if we don't follow the structure, and you're not getting those answers
very good
that you're looking for, feel free to give them a call 312-664-6649, or go to the hotline
312-262-5614.
Read it one more time.
312, it's from my heart, Jim. 312-262-5614, and you could reserve your hot dog there too for the Joe Walsh event.
Regardless of the hot dog, but you can put your question right on that hotline, and we will put it right on the show. So your question will be answered. Before we go into this next segment, the Mr. Know-It-All, I just wanted to mention that we have a nice local business owner that we've been pushing for a little while, because us at the IRS Radio Hour stand behind him. Price Sandblasting, Tom Price at 312-282-7155. If you need any sandblasting work done, this guy will do it. Top job. Remember, Price Sandblasting at 312-282-7155.
He is a FOS, friend of the show.
Well, anyway, let's have Rocky take it away.
And now, here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge, Mr. Know-It-All.
That's right, Mr. Know-It-All, the segment where Attorney Leahy has another cup of coffee and answers your question by the fireside. And today's...
Actually, I was going to do a FOIRS Radio Hour, but I couldn't do that. So got to be too difficult. So
Anyway, the question that we have today is Rudolph Valentino from Toledo. Again, this man is sending us...
Hey, my office is at... Rudolph, not Randolph. Okay. Close enough.
We could edit that, right?
Okay.
Anyway,
no, Jim.
He's saying that he's in $20,000. Is $20,000 enough to declare bankruptcy? Well, that's how much he owes. Is that enough to declare bankruptcy, Attorney Leahy?
Well, the answer to that, and I get that a lot. In that, so for instance, I had someone come in this last week, and she married a former client of mine, and she was having some financial.
Attorney Leahy not only will solve your problems, but will be a matchmaker.
Sometimes that's true. Whatever. He said, "Hey, now my wife is having some trouble. Attorney Leahy helped me, so he gave me a call. Said, could you answer her questions for her?" And I said, "Sure." So we made an appointment. She came in and talked to me, and she said, she laid it out. I have these debts, and one of them just called me. They're going to sue me, and we're trying to work out a deal. Well, it turned out she only owed about $9,000 or $10,000. Okay, and she said, and so she asked me that same thing. Is that enough? And the answer is there is no limit to how much you have to owe in order to file bankruptcy. For different people, it's a different answer. So if I'm making $100,000 and I owe $9,000 in debt, well, probably not enough to file bankruptcy. Doesn't make sense. You could still file bankruptcy, but it wouldn't make sense. You should only make bankruptcy if it's going to help you, right? It's going to help you in the long run. So in her case, I told her, well, no, don't file bankruptcy. What we'll do is we'll try to work with this collector, and we'll try to work out a deal with them, and we'll clean up your credit I work with some people who work with credit. The credit guru, I won't give his name out here because he's not a FOS, friend of the show yet. But I do have guys that we work with to get your credit back, and that's an important thing.
That's huge.
So not
I
only
do you use that when I was playing Monopoly.
Yeah. So not only do you want to fix your financial problems, you want to start improving your credit. So if you want to buy a home in the future, you could do that. Same thing with the IRS stuff. When you have IRS debt, sometimes that'll affect your credit score, and so I help people do that too. But the answer is it really depends on what your income is. So for some people, right, if I have a limited income and somebody's suing me and they're garnishing my wages and they're going to take $9,000 away from me, and I'm only making and I have a family at home, and them taking the money from my paycheck is going to have a huge impact on me. Well, then that's enough. Because I need to stop them. And so sometimes so again, it's not really how much I owe. It's the effect that the debt is having on me, and what are they doing to me. So I always tell people, kind of counter to a lot of other, I think, bankruptcy attorneys. Most people go see a bankruptcy attorney, and they'll tell them, when should I file? Tomorrow. Give me the money, and we'll file for you tomorrow. my advice to people is generally put it off as long as you can, and because you never know what's going to happen in between now and that time. Usually, it takes a lot longer for these creditors to catch up to you than you think it will, because people think, well, if I miss my credit card payment today, next month they're going to put me in court and they're going to start taking money from my check, and that's not the way it works. It's a long process. They have to take you to court now for credit cards and things like that. If if I have student loans, that's a different thing. They don't have to go to court to take a garnishment against me. If I owe the IRS, they don't have to go to court.
Is that true if you have medical bills that it doesn't gain interest? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying.
If it goes to a collector, it could or could not. It depends on the agreement. So I don't know the answer to that without knowing the agreement.
All right.
Okay.
So there's okay.
So it can be. It can. You can. Some do. Some don't. But anyway, I hope that answers. Well, I hope it doesn't answer your question. So anyway, it depends, and the number really is irrelevant. It really has to do with your own situation. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. If you have any other questions for Attorney Leahy, remember, call Opem Tax Resolution at 312-664-6649 or visit them at chicagotaxteam.com. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because after the commercial break, more IRS Radio Hour coming at you on AM 560.
The Answer.